Thank you, Jim. Josephine worked today to help us reach a consensus. And the first thing I want to comment on is the first thing I noticed when she came out. She came out with such a big smile and enthusiasm and energy. And the previous couple of speeches have been kind of dramatic and kind of serious. And then Jose came out and said, we're going to do this thing together, and really got the audience involved. And one of the goals of this project is to encourage participants to contribute. And the way that she was just so open and friendly and smiling and excited about it made us want to contribute. So I think that's one of the greatest strengths. She said something like, you all have a voice, to the audience. And I really like that line to remind us all that we all have something to say. The question here is, was the topic narrow enough to discuss in the time? The topic was quite specific, but what I felt was there were so many ways we can do it that it was hard to pick one of all these good ideas. So although it was a specific topic, it was a bit difficult to come to consensus. And the project talks about areas of agreement and disagreement. I felt a bit like we didn't have a chance to express any disagreement. We had the voting and listing and the voting, and so it was more of the brainstorming session, which I think is project 1 in this manual, where we vote and we choose something from a brainstorming list. There's a line in here that says we needed the opportunity to voice our concerns, and we wanted to pick something, although we might not all agree, no one has any objection to it. And we didn't really get a chance to do that in the format that you chose. So just in terms of trying to reach a consensus, maybe to allow more time for discussion of each idea, or maybe the top few, we could discuss a little bit more about what are the pros and cons. And you could sort of see the audience wanted to do that from some of the comments, and you needed to keep us on time, which you managed really well. But maybe try to find a way to structure that so that we can provide those comments. You were supposed to remain neutral, and you didn't express any preference for one of them, except for the term that you loved about the spies in the meeting. But that I think was okay. It wasn't really saying that you wanted that one or not. It was just kind of joking on the terminology, which was fun. And otherwise, you made us feel like they were all good ideas, which is important in a brainstorming session to get all those ideas down there. And finally, I really like that your conclusion tied back to the opening. Oftentimes a facilitator running a session like that ends it, okay, that's it, we're done. And you took the time to say, and now I want to, with these goals or something like that, you said not just for the next 7 years, but for the next 70 years this club will go on. And you had said that in the introduction. So that was a really nice way to close off the speech, and also a nice way to link back to the opening, so that it really packaged a long presentation into an opening and a closing, so that we knew where we were going with the speech. So I hope that we implement some of those ideas in the next little while, and maybe there's another project in here on how do we complete a goal, something like that, so that we can meet those goals that you talked about in your speech. Thank you, Jess.